Hey guys, so a couple of days ago there was a update for Guild Wars 2, I think it was 3 days ago, just a few days after the spring quarterly update. Now this update, it did a couple of things. It changed the World vs World Borderlands from desert to alpine, and it changed the alpine Borderlands a bit. Also it changed the desert Borderlands a bit, so the desert Borderlands will be returning in the future. It's nice to see the alpine Borderlands back. They've been gone since Heart of Thorns, so about 6 months. So I don't know if it's going to be a 6 month cycle or maybe like a 3 month cycle. So each quarter they'll change or something like that. I'd like to see it. I think I said this before in a previous video. I'd like to see where they have maybe 4 Borderlands and 1 for each season. So it would, like, in the summer you'd have desert, and in the winter you'd have alpine, and then maybe forest or something in autumn. I don't know, something like that. So there's also an update to how the travel toys work, so the magic carpet or the broomstick. So previously you would have to use it, and then if you went into combat or anything or left the map, it would just go away and you have to reapply it. Now it gives you a boon, so that as long as you stay on the map or until you click like the stop button or stop skill, it will just automatically reapply when you stop combat, when you go out of combat. So this will probably help the sales of the travel toys, which wasn't very good, I suppose, because you have to keep reapplying them and they don't really do anything. And it might in the future we might see more of these traveling toys, so these kind of mounts. Box of Fun also had a few tweaks. The most prominent one, I think, is that they now have come with these new mounts. So for the first 2 minutes, if you use it, you'll get a mount. And they also have new Macaw wings in the Black Lion store. So they cost 700 gems, and they're kind of like a parrot. There's also a new the blue shift die kit, which is 9 exclusive blue colours. So that's kind of cool. So the main thing that I really want to talk about is the very last entry in the patch notes under the general section said magic energy has been surging around the ley lines. So as soon as I saw this, I went back into the game as when I finished updating, and I went to the Tangled Depths, the ley line there. I didn't really notice very much difference, but I haven't spent much time in Tangled Depths really. I just don't like the map too much. I then went to Dry Top, and I went to that ley line in the from Living Story 2, and I noticed that it was a bit thicker. It was kind of a lot more stronger, so more active, more energy. And then I also went to the egg, Glint's egg in not Tyria, sorry, in Tyria. So I went there. I didn't notice anything different really with her egg. So then I also went to the breacher, I think it's called, the big drill that was used to hit the ley line under Lion's Arch by Scarlet Briar. So I went there, and I didn't really notice anything different there either. So then I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. It's a bit more ley lines. Obviously they're getting ready for Living Story 3 to drop. Then I noticed that one of my guildies noticed, that there was new events, and he was in Blazer Steeps, so he saw this new event. And basically I went there, and basically there's this ley line energy kind of escaping from the ground. So it's also in 2 other areas, Mount Maelstrom and Snowden Drifts. So basically what happens in these areas is that the dragon's minions will spawn periodically, and they'll try to absorb all this ley line energy, and you have to basically stop them. So there's the Ice Brood, the Destroyers, and the Branded. There's 4 achievements to do with these new events. So we got you have to do 5 events, I think. You have to do an event at each location. You have to make sure no ley line is absorbed, and then you also have to get this new item, an unidentified lodestone, and bring it to Magister Ella, I think her name is, in Lion's Arch, where you talk to her about the Scarlet's war with the Living Story 1 was the synopsis, I suppose would be the word. So these new events, these achievements, they're under current events now. So what I think this means is, obviously I believe it's the start of Living Story 3, so they're getting prepared to drop it presumably in the next quarterly update. I was asking. There's a few devs there when I was doing the event, but they didn't say anything. So obviously they can't. They probably can't say anything. So anyway, so I think this definitely means that the next dragon is not going to be the ocean dragon. It's going to be Primordus, Kalkatoric, or Jormag. And seeing as it's Glint's egg, it's probably going to be Kalkatoric next. So we'll be going to the Crystal Desert. So that's going to be fun. So the last time we were in the Crystal Desert and in Alona as well was back in Guild Wars 1. So I believe with the Nightfall expansion. So what I think this new Living Story 3 could do, could explore obviously Destiny's Edge failure to defeat the dragon previously and how they all broke up, and then it'll also be to do with the build up to the attack on Kalkatoric, which hopefully like it'll start off with maybe go one map or two map down to the Crystal Desert, similarly to Living Story 2, or I think it was 2. The Living Story 1 was South one. Sorry. So maybe what I'm also thinking is, one question I asked the devs that wasn't answered was, would they do it in a similar style they did the previous time, where they had Living Story 1, Living Story 2, and then the DLC, which is possible. Like, so there could be Living Story 3 and then Living Story 4 and then the DLC. It could be possible, or what they could do, which is probably what they're going to do actually when I think about it now, make more sense, is that they're going to have Living Story 3 and then DLC 4, but Living Story 3 could be a bit longer. It's a possibility. Now I think now that they're going to go out to Kalkatoric, previously I said it, like they could go, like Mordremoth could be reborn into Glint's egg. That's kind of a long shot. Like, still could happen, but probably most likely it won't. And then they're also going to set up a bit of Primordus and Jormag for the next set of DLC, possibly. Anyway, so that's my brief thoughts on the topic. If you have any suggestions yourself, leave them in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like or subscribe, it really helps, and thanks for watching.